Welcome to Wonjoksa Temple here in Garfield. It's great to see you all coming here on Sunday, a beautiful Sunday. You could be out with your families or relaxing, maybe going down to the Jersey Shore or something, and you come out for this event. So I'm very touched and grateful to see you all here. Today's our second Dharma talk in this visit here to Wonjoksa. As it was said in the introduction, I was born and raised in New Jersey here, just a couple miles down the Garden State Parkway, a town called Rahway. And I had 8 brothers and sisters. I still do. I have 8 brothers and sisters, born and raised in beautiful Rahway, New Jersey. I was raised Catholic, and a very, very devoted Catholic family. Went to Catholic schools. I was just talking, the mayor was just here a few minutes ago, and we were talking, really interesting, we have the same accent. The same. It's like some of the guys I went to high school with. Very interesting. I've been all over the world. I've met all sorts of mayors and politicians and stuff, and then to meet one from New Jersey, it's a very warm feeling. And I was raised in a very, very faithful Catholic family who went to church. We went to church every single Sunday. Every Sunday. We never missed Mass. And it was a very important part of my background, the Catholic faith. And I even trained, as some of you know, I started to enter the training to be a Catholic priest and to join the church. It was my dream, actually, to be a Catholic monk. I wanted to be a monk, even as a kid. So I was hanging around in New Jersey, doing regular things that a guy does in New Jersey, and baseball and hanging out with friends and eating pizza and riding my bike. But something inside me from a very, very, very... So that's karma. That's karma. In Buddhism, the Buddha talks about karma, the law of karma, cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. Karma is not even a Buddhist teaching. Karma means cause and effect. Something you do becomes repeated. That's all. Yeah. No one is born as a smoker. No children, I don't know. Maybe in northern New Jersey some, maybe up here Bergen County. But in Union County, we never have babies born as smokers. But they try it a few times with their friends, maybe going out a few times, then doing it, then I like this. Make. So karma is something you make. Ja op, ja duk. Ja op, ja duk. Self makes, self gets. So this is really interesting. How, especially when I first cut my hair, many people said, this guy, he won't be a monk for too long. Some of the other monks, the senior Western monks said, he's too wild. He won't be a monk for very long. He'll try this out for 1 or 2 years. But here, 28 years later, I'm still, trying as a monk. I'm not a perfect monk, but I'm trying every day. And that's this karma. You make this habit, you get this habit. So even though I was born and raised Catholic, I had this habit for what is a human being? What am I? Why was I born in this world? Why do people that we know and love die? Why? We all have that question. Open the newspaper. Sure, many people in this room have this. I used to have this in Korea a lot when I was practicing in the Songpang. The Songpang in Songgwangsa or Jeonghaesa or Shinwonsa. I would sit there in the Songpang, very nice ondol, heated floor, very good food, 3 times a day, very comfortable. Yeah, hard schedule, hard practice, but very safe. Showers were nice. Donation of socks, t-shirts. Many times in the winter, in the very cold, many times I would think, and my teacher was from Pyongyang. Sung-san-s님 was from Pyongyang. Pyongyang, Suncheon. A little bit north of Pyongyang. So because of that, my mind always went towards the north. So I would be in the Songbang in Korea, a very comfortable situation. Yeah, not luxurious. But many times I would think, why? All of my great friends in Korea, born here, born in this part, but a little karmic difference, a little karmic wind blowing, coming back to this life and blown over this border, maybe blown into that part and being reborn there. Why? So this is karma, cause and effect. It's not a Buddhist teaching. Karma is not something that came from the Buddha. The Buddha did not make or create the law of karma. Upja. He didn't make that. The Buddha saw that. Ja up, ja du. So as I make my mental habits, so I get back. If you shout into an empty valley, a big shout makes a big echo. Small shout, small echo. If you shout, yo, then comes back. If you shout, I love you, 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 comes back. That's our mind. That law of physics, that happens to our mind. So if you do good action, good action, good action, good action, you get something good back, often. Bad action, bad action, bad action. Even you think God doesn't see. I was interested when I was a Catholic, I thought, oh, maybe I could do some bad action. God must watch many, many, many people. So maybe if I beat up my little brother, maybe God is too busy watching the bad men in the world, he will not see. Then I will not get punishment. But the law of karma is not some God. It is not even Buddha. It's just physics. So how you keep your mind comes back to you as your life condition. That's all. It's physics. Mullihak. It's not a religious principle. It's not a religious law. So we're really lucky, all of us here. We're really lucky. Practicing Buddhism. Not practicing Buddhism as a religion, although it has religious qualities, colors. Not practicing religion as even a belief system, although it has beliefs you can believe. Actually, this is a science. This is a technology. The practice of Buddhism is a scientific technology. And we know that because now the cutting edge in science is neuroscience. Brain science is cutting edge, frontier of understanding. And now they see, doing brain scans, MRT, MRI of brain scans, we can see that when we do good things, good things, good things, good things, good things, we have parts of the brain connected with happiness light up. They light up. they say in a brain scan imagery, in imaging, that section of the brain lights up. This is not some god or Buddha doing accounting in the sky. It's right here. So this is a powerful technology. Also, when we do negative emotions, when we do negative actions, something in us knows this is wrong. Even monkeys, they study monkeys, chimpanzees, and bonobos. When they do a bad action, they know it, and they try to hide it. Or they feel guilty. They don't look at the other monkey directly. If they took his food, they don't look directly. Something knows that. Something in the brain makes the head go, They cannot look. And if they do some bad action, other monkeys punish them. Karma. It's not just a human behavior. Some of you might have a dog at home. You come into the house and the dog tore everything up and broke something. Or pee in the house. Then you come home and the dog puts his tail between his legs, her legs. So this is amazing, this law of karma. This is not a Buddhist teaching. Absolutely not. But what is passionately fascinating to me is that why we bow to the Buddha is because one person realized we can control this law in our life. We can control this effect in our life. So how do we control the fact of karma? How do we control that? And there's one way, very simple. You can read books, you can read sutra, you can come to Dharma talk, wonderful, that's great. But this is like listening to a lecture by a doctor. This is like you have a bad health problem and you listen to a lecture from maybe a good doctor, I don't know, this doctor. But if you don't do something, this lecture from a doctor cannot help you. It's true. That's the physics of it. So Buddhism is wonderful. My teacher, 현각s님, was born, as I said, in Pyongyang, just outside Pyongyang. Then, as a young man, he had 우리 스승님이 평양 출생이셨어요.